Looking for an alternative for the Nest Smart Smoke Detector? Could this be what you're looking for? Hello, I am Wanderer001 and this is my review of the First Alert OneLink Smart Smoke and Carbon Monoxide Alarm. Right now we're looking at the box because, well, the alarm itself isn't much to look at, and that's perfectly fine. It's a smoke detector. You don't need it to be pretty. You need it to be functional. So we're gonna take some cues off the box itself. First and foremost being, your eye is probably drawn down here to the lower right hand corner where it is stating it is compatible with Apple HomeKit. So this is going to be one of those IoT devices that actually is compatible with Apple HomeKit. So if you live in that universe, this is probably something that you should strongly consider. In the upper left hand corner here, you can see that it is the battery operated model. However, they do have a wired model. Myself, I went with the battery because, well, I don't have a wired smoke alarm system, and, well, I wanted to be able to put these where I wanted to put them. On the front, we also have emergency notifications, that's push notification to your phone, voice alert from the smoke detector itself, and 2-in-1 protection, meaning that it is both smoke detector and carbon monoxide detector. There's not much other information, but we are going to flip it over to the back here because it just kind of reinforces what the front was telling us. Battery powered. You have apps in the Apple App Store and the Google Play Store. It is Bluetooth, it is Wi-Fi, it's got 5-year limited warranty, and it is a photoelectronic sensor. So aside from the things that were covered up front, we also have wireless interconnectivity between smoke detectors. So if you have a lot of these in your house, they'll talk to each other. 3-cell batteries, which are included, and then, meets your UL standards. So that is the outside of the box. I don't normally do this because, well, the product is more interesting, but the product is just a smoke detector. So because it is a smoke detector, there actually is a bit of setup that goes along with it. It's not simply just hang this up and you're good to go. So let's take a look at what the setup of the OneLink looks like. I normally don't do unboxings as part of the setup process, but I figured for something like this, it's kind of important to know what you're getting in the box along with how to set it up. So at the top, you've got pretty much a little pamphlet with directions, important information to know. You have the smoke detector itself, as well as the mounting bracket and the hardware to mount the bracket to your ceiling. You'll notice that it's actually a little more substantial than some of your other fire detector mounting brackets. That's because this is kind of a substantial device and needs that extra help. And last but not least, there is, Cyclopacket in here. Let's start the setup process. You will need the application in order to set up this device. The reason you're getting this device is because it is a smart device. So to do so, we come down to the lower right, we select Add Device. We have choices as to what we have. In our case, we have the battery alarm, and here it's letting us know. Product setup. So we can say where it's going to be set up, which in our case is home. Oh, we need to add a new home. So we're just going to call this home because, well, that's where it's going to be. Room, we're going to say new room. This is going to be second floor. Okay. And then we have alarm announcement, which is choose the name your alarm announces in an emergency. So in this case, downstairs, let's see, hallway, living room, master, office. They really don't have a choice for where I have it. So we're going to select the closest thing that we can, which I guess it's going to be on my second floor, but it's going to be right in front of the master bedroom. So at least we'll know where it is. So that's kind of a limiting factor. I really wish they would let you choose something better or had more choices. Continue. All right, so it's letting us know we're going to need a ladder, 2.4 gigahertz, and a screwdriver. So we're going to say continue. So it's telling you where it recommends that you mount this. So we're going to hit continue. Mount your alarm, blah, 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 blah. Okay.
First Alert welcomes you to your OneLink smoke and carbon monoxide alarm. The OneLink app will guide you through the simple setup process.
So apparently you need to actually attach it to the base before it will allow you to sync it. That is something to know. Make sure you read. Apparently I'm trying to do this too quickly and did not notice that. So I should be able to, and here we go, it's already checking. So here we go, it's synced. So make sure that you attach your base plate or else it won't actually work. So, okay, so do you see it? We're gonna click on there, yes we do. Because it's blinking, it's in pairing mode. Checking access point, so it's gonna check my IoT network. Ooh, blinking green. Still flashing, still linking. So here we go. That's this particular one. We're gonna say connect. Connection successful. So it cut me off the Wi-Fi to come over here. So we're going to select our Wi-Fi network. And it wants me to enter the password. So I entered in the password off camera. We'll make sure that this then links to my new IoT network. So it's connecting the accessory to Wi-Fi. Device use, yes, connect. So connecting the phone back to the internet. Let's see if this actually connected the second go around. Waiting for accessory to complete. So it's looking for the smoke detector again. Smoke detector has stopped blinking, so it's connecting. All right, so
Master bedroom, location, programs.
So there you go. And the device is ready. So we just hit get started. And there we go. Battery's okay. Location, last check now. If you actually read and mount the plate first to the back of it, you'll be able to set this up in less time than it took me to actually do. I did have to go through the linking process twice, and that's probably just because it's new and it needed to access the network. But there we go, under 10 minutes if you read the directions first and not try and film it. So as you saw there, as long as you follow the directions when you're setting it up, it's actually not terrible to do. And you see I've replaced the box with the actual OneLink smoke detector itself. So here is that battery panel that you saw during setup with our interchangeable battery. So if you needed to, they are replaceable. Now on the back, you have your normal deactivation tab, but during setup you probably saw I had to lock it into the mounting bracket before I could actually get it to actuate, which was something a little odd for me, but I'll take it. The front here, you can see it's just plastic. There's a bright light ring right there and a speaker there. Now, the way that this detects smoke is actually using a photoelectronic sensor inside. Now, me telling you that this works is one thing, but I have found in doing my research, smoke detector people actually like to see the smoke detector being tested officially. So here we go, I got a can of smoke that you use to test smoke detectors, so you can actually see it in action. All right, new firmware update. We're gonna do smoke test again, and we're gonna see if it does a push notification, and if it actually sends a message to the one in the basement, which is what it should be doing. So, here we go. Smoke test number 2.
Evacuate. There's fire in the hallway. Evacuate. There's fire in the hallway.
Now I really went to town on this, so it's probably going to do that for a little bit. It just signaled all clear. I still don't have a notification on my phone. I know sometimes they say it takes a little bit, but coming into the app, I'm looking. No set of recent alarms or any indication that it actually went off. So the question is, did it actually go to the basement? Because right now it did not push to the app even after the app update. So there you go. It took a little going in order to get that to actuate the smoke detector, which might be a good thing and help prevent false positives, but that's only part of the ecosystem. The smoke detectors themselves talk to an app on your phone. So let's take a look at what the app looks like. OneLink app. What we're looking at here is the main screen of the OneLink app. You can see I have 3 different smoke detectors listed here. You can see the check-ins for each, so hour, 1 minute, 1 minute. Now, I have seen this go as long as 3 weeks before anything has actually checked in, and this is one of my problems with the OneLink app itself and OneLink system, if I'm being honest. But we're here to actually look at the app. Lower right-hand corner, this is how you add a new device, pressing the plus sign. You can select safe sound, battery alarm, or wired alarm. And I'm going to select back because I did go through the setup process and we saw that. Coming over here to the hamburger button, you have your account information, your FAQ, email support, call support, terms, and privacy. It also shows you the app version right there. Coming into account, you will have at the top your OneLink email account, as well as the ability to attach it to Alexa, Pandora, Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, and SiriusXM. That is because if you have the alarm that has the speaker built in, you can play those through the speaker on your fire alarm. Selecting one of your alarms will give you status. Activity, we see, here's my OneLink. Everything is okay. Last checked in, notice there's no information really there, but it shows battery was at 100% and Wi-Fi is okay. You can test your smoke detector right from here and silence it if you actually do get a push notification. Recent history, you can see nothing's been happening. However, I have run several tests on my second floor and you can see nothing is listed. So that's kind of a hit, in my opinion, of the app because it doesn't seem that it's pulling information from the smoke detectors in a timely fashion. And with a smoke detector, that's very important. Upper right hand corner, you have a sprocket. Selecting this, it brings you into the options menu for your account. So here, I have my thing is just called home. I can add another location. Here are my 3 smoke detectors and I've indicated which name I wanted for each. I can select one and it will show me more information about it. I'm in home because you can again set these up all over the place. And then I can delete home. I'm going to go back. So up here where it says home, that's because I listed my place as home. If I had a investment property, I could list it there. However, would not recommend because it's just not pulling data from those smoke detectors into the app. And I waited until there was a update to the app because a lot of people were complaining about it. And I thought, man, it can't really be that bad. And I'm going to tell you, yes, the application is horrible. It is not pulling data whatsoever. Here's the thing. I really wanted to love this smoke detector. However, on Android, I have found far too many faults to make this something that I could say you should go out and buy. It doesn't do push notification to the phone. I waited an hour, it doesn't do anything. When I spray canned, I also had a video camera set up downstairs in my basement to see if it would capture it sending a communication to all the other smoke detectors that I have in my house because I bought 3 of these and it didn't send that communication. When you run a test from the app itself to one of the units, it signals on all other devices that are connected. But to me, smoke should talk to all the other things. Let alone it should do a push notification, especially if I'm using a can of smoke to smoke this to test it like somebody actually would do for testing a smoke detector. Just those 2 things make it very difficult for me to say that this would be a good Nest alternative. I mean, it is cheaper than the Nest Smart Smoke Detector at $110 each. So you figure I got 3 of these. I'm over $300 invested into this already, while a Nest 2nd gen Smart Smoke Detector with 2 smart plugs is like $150. So there is a little savings, but I want it to be outside of the Nest ecosystem since it's now owned by Google and they go by Google's terms of service. I just want it out of that. this was not what I was hoping for. And I can't tell if it's just because I'm on Android or if it would work better with Apple HomeKit. There have been people out there who say it works, just it's not working for me on Android, and that could be a fault of the app itself. I actually went back and revisited my test a second time once they pushed an app update within the last 2 weeks, and it still gave me the same results. So Nest, still expensive. This, expensive for what you're getting. You can buy a $40 smoke detector, carbon monoxide, just like this, that talks to the other ones in your house, that's just not connected to an application for $40. You want to go even cheaper than that? I did a review over there in the corner of Roost Smart Battery. It is a way to make any dumb smoke detector a smart smoke detector at $35. If that sounds interesting, again, go check that out. I really wanted to love the OneLink, and it just, right now, I can't recommend it for the smart application features that they're touting. It's a good smoke detector, but you're only going to get smoke detection and carbon monoxide on the level it's on. And it doesn't push notification to your phone, or apparently, unless you run a test from the app itself, they don't talk to each other. This is going to be one that I have to say, there are better alternatives out there, and I recommend you check those out. If you're interested in this because you have Apple HomeKit and it seems to work with Apple HomeKit, I will leave a link for it in the description below, but I'll also leave a link to the Roost Smart Battery as well as the can of smoke that I used if you want to test out your own smoke detectors. With that said, I have been Wanderer 001. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them in the area below. And as always, thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, consider giving it a like, as that will help other people find the video as well. If you like what I'm doing here, you can always help fuel the next review by buying me a coffee, link in the description below. Last but not least, if you want to be notified when I upload a new video, you know what to do.